The Information Cycle Part 4, Matching Information Need to Available Information. As you prepare to look for information, start by identifying your information need. Do you need a broad overview to learn the factual summary of a topic, or do you need a more in-depth analysis? Next, think about how familiar you already are with the topic. Do you have some knowledge about the basics in the field and understanding of the language that experts use? Or are you new to the field and need an introduction before you dive in? As you encounter information, consider what the purpose of the information is and whether it is appropriate for your needs. Sometimes, even when information is related to your topic, it's still not a good fit because its purpose doesn't match. If you have an assignment to write a paper explaining how the structure of the U.S. Congress was established, an editorial expressing frustration with an individual member of Congress and trying to persuade voters to vote for a different candidate doesn't meet your information need. Imagine you are writing a paper about the U.S. Congress. If you do a keyword search in something like Quick Search, you will find hundreds of thousands of results, which makes it difficult to find what you need, especially if you haven't clarified specifically what you're looking for. This is where identifying your information needs comes in. Let's add more detail to this example. Imagine you're in an introductory political science class writing an overview of how the U.S. Congress was developed as a legislature with two houses and that the legislative process was intentionally designed to be slow. Now that we've identified the information need, a factual summary or overview of the development of the U.S. Congress, we can focus our search on reference materials like encyclopedias. By matching your information need to the available resources, you're in a better starting position to find the information you need. In other cases, you might have a different information need, which would affect the type of information available based on where you are in the information cycle. For example, if you're interested in writing about what happened in Congress yesterday, you're not going to be able to find reference books written about that event yet. Instead, to get information about something that occurred so recently, you need to look for the type of information that comes out earlier in the information cycle, like newspapers. Remember, as you look for information, think about what your information need is and what information is available to find. Looking in the right place will help you find better information faster.
If you get stuck during your search, don't hesitate to reach out. Visit us at libraries.wright.edu/ask. This video is licensed under an Attribution, Non-Commercial, Share-alike, Creative Commons license.